Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on some paper succulents as well as cutting out some vinyl to put on a piece of wood. So we're just going to kind of work here. I'm going to kind of get started here pretty quickly so that way when people replay this it's not going to be too long. So let me go ahead and double check my comments really quick. Hey. Sorry, I'm messing with my microphone. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me good or if it's too loud. Because I finally got a microphone. Hi, guys. And I kind of have my computer sideways, so I'm kind of reading comments from the side here. But like I said, I got a new microphone today, so I'm hoping it's not too loud. If it's too loud, let me know and I'll kind of turn it down just a little bit. But hopefully you guys can hear me a lot better than you did before. Hey, Kath. Let's see. Hey. Hi guys. Okay, so let's see. Hi Nikki. Okay, awesome Nikki. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be doing succulents and we're going to be working on some vinyl here. Like I said, if you guys can let me know about the sound, let me know if it's too loud today because I've been, like I said, I have a new microphone and let me know if it's too loud because I can turn it down just a little bit. Let me know if it sounds clear. This is the first time using it live, so let's see. Okay, so here I am. So like I said, welcome back. Today we're going to work on these super cute succulents. These are in Cricut Design Space, so we're just going to cut them out the way that they're already sized and then size it up a little bit and cut it out that way. And then we're just going to use some distress oxide and ink these up. And I'm going to show you how to use like the Mcgill tools here. And then we're also going to cut out some vinyl and put it on this wood. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, let's see. Hi from San Diego. Sounds perfect. Okay, good. So it's not too loud. So hopefully I don't have a whole lot of, you know what I mean, where I'm hitting it. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do, let me kind of bring this wood in so y'all can see it a little bit better. All right, what I have planned here is I've got 3 different vases that's going to come in here, and then we're going to put the succulents kind of in here just kind of randomly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to cut these out, how to, you know, get them kind of contoured the way that they should look, and get the vinyl down on the wood, if that makes sense. That's what we're going to do. I don't know if I really have enough succulents. Hopefully I do for this, but we're cutting out one more in this color, and it's going to be a little bit bigger like this. So let's go ahead and switch over to Design Space, and I'm going to show you. Let's see. Double check. Okay, so I sound clear. Good. Thank you guys so much. Bring it down. Okay, good. So let's go over here to Cricut Design Space. Let me switch y'all over. All right, so these are going to be the little pots that we're going to cut out. And if you go to Images, let me pull my hair back so it don't fall in front of that mic. I'm afraid it's hitting it. Okay, so if you go into Images, it is the Damask Love cartridge. It's a designer t-shirt collection is what it's called. And this is what it looks like. But I'm going to come over to Images to show you. So what I did was I came up here to the search and I just typed in vase. And when I did that, I scrolled down and I was just trying to find something I liked. Well, I like this. So Believe in Yourself. And I thought that would actually even still be cute to just put on the wood and then put a few succulents. So this is the image that we brought in. So like I said, all I did was type in vase and it was right here at the very bottom. If you click on information, you'll see that this is the one. So let me go ahead and bring it in so I can show you what I did. So you click on it, you're going to insert image. And then this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to bring it down here so that way it's not in our way. So it looks just like this. All I did was I came up here to ungroup. And then I clicked. So like this one right here was separate. I just hit delete. And then the green one separate, and I hit delete. So what I was left with was this. So then what I did, let me bring y'all back over here. I took my ruler, let me find it. So then I took my ruler, and I like using my longer Olifa. This is actually what I use for like t-shirts or quilting or whatever, but I really like, because it's a little bit longer, but you can use any ruler. So I figured out about where I wanted it. So I wanted about 14, 15 inches long. And then up to 5 inches wide. So that's what I did. So then, let me go back over here. So then all I did was I came for this say this is the image we brought in. I came up here to the height. I think it was the width. Okay, so I came to the width and I changed that to 15 because I know for sure I don't want it longer than 15 inches. and this is what I got, just like that. So it ended up giving us about 3.76 high, and that's good enough for me. I just want to make sure that the width of this for that board is going to be good. So that's how I worked with that. So let me go ahead and delete that. Now let's go ahead and cut this out just so we have it ready, and then we're going to work on the succulents. So let me go ahead and switch you guys cameras really quick in just a second. Let me kind of get it set up here, and that way you guys can see it as best as possible. So give me just a second, guys, and we're going to go ahead and cut this vinyl out. Like I said, let's go ahead and get it over with. So I'm going to set this here. So let me switch you guys just like that. All right, so that should be good enough. All right, so just like that. So let's go ahead and come back into design space. Let's go to make it. Now this is vinyl, it's not iron on, so we don't need to mirror it. We're just gonna leave it, but it's gonna need our bigger mat. So you can see here, we need our bigger mat. So what I'm gonna do, I know that I need it at least 4 inches wide, so I'm gonna cut about 5 inches because this one comes up pretty high. So I'm gonna cut probably 5 by 16 is what I'm gonna do. So let's go ahead and trim that down now. So let me go ahead and get a piece of this trimmed down really quickly. There's really no easy way to kind of show you guys me cutting this down, so I'm just gonna go ahead and trim it down really fast. And I am using my green mat today. Let's see. I may just go ahead and put the whole thing on, and then I'll cut it down here in just a second. So I'm just going to put the whole piece of vinyl on here. I think it'll be easy since we're kind of live to kind of figure out what to do. All right, so I've got my, let's see here, I'm trying to, all right, so let me go ahead and switch you guys over. So this is my bigger mat, so it's gonna be a little bit bigger. I may have to zoom you guys out just a little bit here. Let me scoot this back. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and load in my bigger mat here. So like I said, I just ended up laying the whole sheet, and you're gonna have it face up because this is regular vinyl. And I went with this really light blue because I thought it was cute. And this is Oracle 631, I believe. I'll look here in just a second. Okay, so I think you guys can see everything, and I'm gonna hit. Let me come back over here because it's telling me to hit OK because it's bigger than the mat. And then I'm going to come down and hit continue. Like I said, you don't need a mirror. And then I'm going to pick regular vinyl. And then all we have to do at this point is hit the go button. So let me switch you guys back. All right, so I have my my silver one in here. Like I've said before, I use that for paper. So I'm going to take that out, and we're going to put in our gold, because remember, gold is vinyl. So I'm going to switch that back out here because I was working with a paper succulent, so we'll have to switch back in a minute. Let me make sure that was good. All right, just like that. So all we have to do now is hit the go button. All right, while that cuts out a little bit, I'm gonna go check comments really quick. Thank you guys for being here. Hi, hi, hi. Hi from Canada. Caught you live today, yay. Let's see, I pulled out a new green mat today, and the smell almost not. You know what, Nikki, you were right. I'm telling you, some of these mats, I agree on that. I've had so many, like just now taking the plastic off this, and I may have used it a couple times so far on this one, and it smells, I can't stand it. It's so chemically. And I don't think the older ones smell like that. Somebody told me, I think we need the ones without the flowers, and they don't smell so bad. I don't know. Let me know, Nikki, which ones you are using. I think this is almost done. Let me switch back over here. We are at 74% so far. And what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this down on the wood. That way it's out of our way, and then we're going to work on our succulent. That way all we have left to do is just get it down glue all those down. And we are at 85%. Come back over here and check really quick. Okay. I think we're almost done. There was a paper flower that I was wanting to show you guys, but I'm not ready with it. I was kind of playing around with it in Design Space today, and I was having a hard time with it because I was going to show you that and these succulents, but then I decided I had a whole new thing going on, so I decided to do this board. I thought it would be cute. I was going to do a mason jar with it, but I thought, you know, succulents look a lot cuter in those cute little vases, so I thought this will be way cuter. Okay, so let's go ahead and unload that. All right, so now what we're going to do, let me go ahead and switch you guys back down here. Move this out of the way for a second. I've got my hot glue gun sticking to me. All right, let me move that out of the way. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. Let me scoot this back. All right, hopefully you guys can see this. So let me go ahead and get this cut down. And let me see, there they are. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to carefully pick up the other side of this vinyl, just like this. So hopefully you guys can see this. And this one is the Oracle 631, so hopefully you guys can see that. So this is the Oracle 631. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down to about right here, I think is where it needs to be. Maybe I can go down 1 more inch, maybe about right here. All right, so I'm just kind of pulling it like this so you guys can see that. Then all I'm going to do at this point is I can now take my scissors and go all the way down so I don't waste all this. All right. And go back to the comments here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, sometimes I weed it on here, sometimes I don't. I think that's what I'm going to do today is weed it on here. So all I have to do is this is like, I think, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to take all my circles out first. So that's where we're going to start. Just going to pop all those out. Just like this. Now I will tell you, when you are working with the, I think it's 651 or 651, if you were to pop one of these off and it gets stuck on there, they are super hard to get off. So that's why I really like working with the removable vinyl on this, because it's going to stick to the project. I don't need to worry about it getting wet, or it's not something that's going to be outside, it's inside the home. So I don't worry about needing permanent. Because I know sometimes we think, because I get that question a lot and everybody's like, do I need to seal it? And you really don't. I've put that vinyl on tile and wood and I haven't had any issues so far. Just make sure you burnish it on there really well. Okay. So I think I've got all my dots, and now I can just grab from one corner here. Hopefully you guys can see this, and just start to pull away just like this. Just like that. Okay, so there is our cute little pot so far. Let me double check comments real quick. Yes, with the flowers. Okay. So you had the one with the flowers as well. See, and I'm pretty sure somebody told me that it's the one without the flowers that doesn't smell. So I'm not too sure. We definitely need to investigate into that. Which, I think I might, that other one I have may be like that. I may check it in just a second. Okay. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, which I left on the other side of the table. Let me grab it. And, sorry, I just hit my mic. Okay, so what we're going to be using today is this contact paper from the Dollar Tree. It comes in big old rolls like this, looks just like this. And it says clear transparent magic cover. That's what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm trying to show you guys on a different camera. I'm starting to confuse my own stuff. Okay, so I've already cut it down to size of what we needed, which I could actually take off just a little bit more just so it's not in our way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now really quick. So I'm just going to take off a little bit more of this. All right, so all I'm going to do is separate this from its backing. And I reuse this stuff over and over and over again. So I'm going to save this back and I'm going to put this back on there. And even if it's not something this size, I'll cut it down to whatever I need. This stuff is amazing because you can reuse it. So for $1, you can get so many uses out of this because you can just keep reusing it. So all I'm going to do is just carefully lay this down here. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my scraper tool. The one that I only really use now is this XL. Once I had discovered it, I think it's a year now. It's the only one I really use. So I'm just going to kind of get that on there really good to help pick it up. And then all you'll have to do is kind of peel like this, and it'll all just kind of pick up. Let's see. I say that and then it don't. Okay, there we go. And all right, so now this is ready to go. So I'm just going to kind of set this aside upside down and move this out of our way. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in our wood, just like this. All right, let me kind of shut that for a second. All right, here we go. So all we're going to do is, we already have it on there. All you need to do is, I'm going to make sure there's nothing on here. You could always wipe over it with a baby wipe first or something. And this has already been pre-stained. So all I'm going to do is just kind of figure out where I want this, trying to make it even and straight. So something right about here. And I'll just kind of carefully set them down. Just like that. All right, so once I have those down just like that, I'm just going to go ahead and take my scraper tool and just really rub that in there really good. All right, then move on to the next one. And then the last one. But aren't these cute? I almost did them in white as well. I think them in white would be cute as also. And I almost brought an image in because I couldn't find anything, but then I seen these and I thought they were way too cute. Then all you have to do is just peel it away. I'll just kind of get it folded over in a corner and kind of basically just dragging it across. Just like that. All right, now when I'm done, if I don't already have this paper ready to go, I'll kind of stick this on the side of my table just hanging there until I can find that paper. But I already have mine here, and I don't have it in the right direction, but it's all right. So I'm just gonna kind of pop it on here just like that, and we can reuse that over and over again. All right, so now we have this, and I can start to figure out how I'm gonna have my little succulents here. I'm not too sure what I wanna do just yet. So say I do two little ones here, and then I've got one more that we're going to do here on camera. And like, I may come back in here and add a little bit. Also, another thing that would be cute, I almost did, was have these up here more and have your pots up, and then put home on here, or put your last name, or do the knockout on here. That would be really cute as well. So that's just another idea. So let me double check. Let's see, we can see you good. Camera view is good. Thank you so much. Are using a cutting board or just this is just a regular piece of scrap wood. I actually, before the show, went over to my sister-in-law's side because they are construction, and found a scrap piece of wood. So this is just, you could go to Lowe's and just have them cut you down a small piece like this. And let me tell you what the size is, just in case you're wondering, because I'm going to share these files down below, size to the same the way that I did it. This piece of wood here is about 19 1/4 inches long, and it is, let's see, 11 inches tall. So that's how big this piece of wood is. But you could use a cutting board or whatever you have on hand, or whatever you can find. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's keep going here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch us back to Design Space, so that way we can get our succulents going. All right, so let's hit finish. All right, and then what I did is I already saved it. So this is a saved file here. I've already got it saved for you guys in case you want to do the exact same project. You don't have to go fuss with taking these apart. You can still size this and put it however you want to. So we undo that. All right, so let's go to My Projects. And this is the succulent. Okay, so I'm going to go to Make It and Replace. Okay, so this is what, let me see, because I'm making one more big one. And I think it's got double lid. So let me actually go cancel. Okay, so here we go. So when you open this file, this is how this originally comes. So like I said, I'm gonna have this shear down below. This is going to be, let me switch y'all really quick. That top one is going to be this size, and the bottom one is going to be this size. So you could take off the big one if you're only wanting to make the small one, or you could take off the small one, or you could just resize these however you want to. You could do really small, you know, and just gradually get bigger and bigger and bigger. You could do whatever you want to do. But let me switch y'all back. Okay, but when you first open this image here, this is what it's going to look like, this size right here, and I brought it up just a little bit. So let me take you to images really quick, and then all I did was I went to Succulent. Let's see if I just type in, nope, let's see if I did this, if it would bring it up. Okay, I'm trying to spell sideways. All right, let's do Command V. I thought I had it. Give me 2 seconds really quick to figure this out, because I know it's spelled kind of funny. All right, let's see. Command C, and okay, so let me bring y'all back over here. All right, and then Command V. I just went and Googled it and then copied and pasted it. Okay, so when you type in Succulent, this is what's going to come up. Some of these are just images, and then some of them are cut files. So this one is the one that we chose. So if you click on it, just like this, and insert it, it will come in a long strip just like this. So there it is. So you can see it's the same size as that. So it just comes in a long strip. So if you go to images, that's the one that you're looking for, this one right here. And it is called Cactus Love. And it's called a Succulent, and it's from the Cactus Love, I guess, cartridge is what I'm assuming. So let's go ahead and back out of that. All right, so the last one we're cutting here is another big one. So I'm going to take that one off and this one. So we're going to cut this one. So let's go ahead and go to Make It. Now this is paper, so we're going to switch our blade back out. So all we need to do at this point is I'm going to hit Continue. And then the material, I'm just choosing like cardstock because this is like 60 pounds. It's pretty light. So that's what we're going to choose. So now let me switch you guys back over. To, let's see. I just got to bring this up here really quick. All right, let me bring you guys back to this camera, and let me move this out of the way for just a second. All right. So let me bring y'all up here. All right. Try not to make you sick. Let me do it this way, maybe. All right. Hopefully that should stay. All right, let me see if I can't open that back up. All right. So this time for the paper, I'm going to be using the blue mat, and I just need, and actually let me go back here. I've got to edit really quick. I'm going to go back to Design Space because I'm going to show you what I have to do. Okay, so you can see my blue mat here. I'm going to get better at this by myself, guys, so just be patient. All right, so here is my blue mat. And I have 8.5 by 11. Now this is just the Recollections cardstock from Michael's, and usually you can get it like 4 packs for 10 bucks. I also just get it from Hobby Lobby and stuff. I don't have all the little fancy paper. I just use Recollections or whatever Hobby Lobby has. Okay, so this is how I have it loaded here on the side. I'm gonna go ahead and load it in here so y'all can see that. Then I'm gonna go back to Design Space to show you what I need to do. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and load that. All right, and then let's hit back to Design Space so I can show you. Okay, so if you look, because it's 8.5 by 11, I need to move these 2 little pieces here, down here, so that way they don't end up cutting off my paper, because my paper is only 8.5 by 11. So what I need to do is hit Done, and I need to hit Cancel, because I'm going to need to go backwards. I'm going to say yes, which is going to unload my map. Okay, and I'm going to go Make It. And this time, so what we need to do is grab this piece and move it over. So this is how you want to rearrange. So if you ever think, oh no, I can't fit that. You just need to move these pieces. I can move all these pieces that I want to. So I'm fine with this piece being here because it's 8.5 by 11. So I'll put it back. And then let me kind of bring it this way just a little bit. Maybe like that'll be okay. All right, so everything looks good now. So I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to choose that light cardstock again. All right, choose that light cardstock. And now we're ready. So I'm going to go ahead and switch y'all back over here. Now I have my gold blade in here. So I'm going to pull it out. And like I said, the blades are the same. It's just the housing. This is what reminds me. And of course, I done lost it. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all that too. I also have, because you know the fabric too, you can have a fabric. I have a pink one for the fabric. So that's another thing as well. But I'm trying to find my, I literally had it earlier and now I lost it before we did the live, my silver one. Give me 1 second, guys. I may end up using my fabric one because I don't want to dull down my blade on my vinyl. Nope, I found it. It fell on the floor. Okay, so got the silver one. Silver one's for paper. Got it loaded. So now I'm ready to go. So now all we got to do is load the blue mat. Okay, I'm going to hit go. And we're ready. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit the go button. And I'll kind of bring y'all up here. All right, so there we go. So I'll go ahead and double check comments. Okay, let's see. Hi from Sacramento. How thick is it? The cardstock, I believe it's 60 pounds on this one. I need to look at the, if you're asking about the wood is, I'll tell you really quick just in case it's for the wood. The wood is 3/4 of, well, yeah, 3/4 of an inch thick. And then if it's the cardstock, I think it's about 60 pounds. Let's see, can you just change your material size to 8.5, 11? Yeah, I could have. You're pretty smart on that. I always forget about that. Good job, Kathy. So yeah, you could just change your material size. See, and I never use that because I constantly forget that I have that. Good idea. Okay. We are at 57%. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get our stuff ready for doing these succulents. Let's see, I'm missing, there it is. All right, so that's ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and unload it. So I'm just going to hit the unload button. All right, and the way that I do these, let me switch you guys back to this one. And let me move this out of the way. We don't need that there anymore. All right, so let me bring this down here. And this is what I do. So I always take my paper and I peel it off first. So I'll go ahead and get that off first. That way it's out of my way. And then I'll go ahead and take these off. You can use your little scraper tool if you want to, but they're pretty easy to pull off on this blue mat. I love this blue mat when you're working with paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and start setting these aside here. And there we go, get that one off. And now if you do, I was gonna tell you that as well. For the 8.5 by 11, you could probably cut 2 big ones out of the 8.5 by 11, and you can also cut 2 of the little ones. So you could do like what just she said just a second ago. You can go ahead and cut material and change it to that size and have it all line up there. So that's what I would do, so that way you can utilize paper. Okay, so that's how we got those off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm using the Mcgill. Now Sizzix has one as well. This is the Mcgill. You get these little tools. There's like 4 pieces. It comes with, I'm missing 2 of them. Like I said, this is what happens when you start a life. One day I'm going to have this down, and I thought I was really prepared. But I'm literally missing 2 tools. Just 2. And I wonder if they rolled off my table. Let me see. This will be fine. I mean, we're going to just roll with it. I'm not too sure what I did, but it's totally fine. Okay. Anyways, it comes with 4 pieces, though. But this is the Mcgill, like I said. And then this is a piece of foam. So it's just like a little thick piece of foam here, and you're going to use that to kind of push down. You can also just use the backing of a like an ink pen, and you can just use if you have any kids craft foam, and those are super affordable at Michael's or something like that. You can keep on hand. So you can do the same thing with what you have around the house. So the first thing that I actually need to do is bring in, oh, here we go. Okay. Bring in our Teflon sheet. Here lately I've designated the one that I had from Cricut, the white one, because I was using it for iron stuff and sticking, but I've recently designated it to doing all my coloring. So, and I wished I could use my Tim Holtz one on here, the matte, but like I said, the glare is just awful. So what I did was, so I used like a little bit of a lighter green here, and then what I did was I took Distressed Oxide and Crushed Olive. We're going to go over the whole thing, and then we're going to get the tips of it with Distressed Oxide Picked Raspberry. And then I'm just using the little round blending tools. Okay, so let's go ahead and start that, and we're going to get all those pieces done first. All right, so all I did was, I go from biggest to smallest, and let me zoom y'all in just a little bit. All right, so maybe y'all can see a little bit better. Okay, so all I did was just kind of went over the whole petals here with this color. And that's why I went with like this lighter. You could even go with like a white, but I thought it was like tone on tone, kind of gave it this really nice green. So all I did was do the whole petals. So I'll kind of just go over those. All right, so just like that. And I'm not too concerned about being like perfection. So kind of go over all of these. What I like about this succulent is because, I mean, you could size it in all these different sizes. You could layer it up as much as you wanted to change it up. Now, I also have the die by Sizzix we're going to work on, so we'll try to work on that like next week or the week after, just to kind of see how that one does and how much maybe easier and faster it will work. So, just like that. And then, I said I was working from biggest to lightest, and then I moved on. I'm telling you, one day, one of my lives is going to go super smooth, but not today. Okay. All right. So just kind of get my edges there. Then we've got these last ones right here. All right, just like that. All right. All we have left is this little piece here, just like that. Okay, so those are done with the green. So then what I did was I took the picked raspberry, and all I did was went around the ends. So just kind of get it going like this, and just get the edges of it like that. So hopefully you guys can see that good. Maybe I should zoom y'all in just a little bit more since I'm messing with the edges. Okay. And I didn't try to keep them all like real even, so I came like maybe a little bit more on the outside pieces and then did less and less whenever I got on the inside. And I'm probably getting off camera here. All right, so just like that. But when it came to like coming in a little bit more, like I tried to kind of just stay a little bit out, or even just use what was left on my dauber instead of dipping more into it, and really letting it kind of lighten up just a little bit more, so they were all kind of different tones. So instead of, like I said, I'm not going back in anymore. I'm just kind of going around with what's on it. Just like that. And then here's the next one. All right. Just like that. Okay. So all we have left is these, and I pretty much just kind of, you know, just went over the whole thing of this. Maybe had like a little pieces like that kind of coming off. Hopefully you can see the different tones in that. And then same thing with this, kind of just leaving a little bit of green and kind of going over one side. All right, so all you have left now is doing this with your little paper. It's like I mean, basically like contour or something like that. Basically, I guess you'd want to call it, like to kind of manipulate your paper. Okay, so here we go. So what I did was I worked from the biggest to the smallest once again. And see, when I first started doing this, let me kind of line these up a little bit because I hadn't done that yet. These two are pretty much the same. And now this one, it's going to glue just like this. At first I had it underneath, but I started putting it here. That way these were more, which we're gonna shape them, but I think this goes on this one and not the back side. So the one with the hole will be the second piece. So what I did was work from the bottom up. So what you do, once you have it colored, I'm gonna flip it over. We're gonna work on the back side first. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go all the way around circular motions, just like this. And you guys may remember this from back in the day, because I mean, years ago, I think this was like a really hot thing and we were all doing it. And I think then too, I was really just doing it with my ink pen and craft foam. So I kind of just start circular motions on the outside like this and bringing it in, just like that. And you can see that my papers are starting to curl up. So you're just going to continue to do that all the way around, just like this. All right. And then once you get those all kind of just like that, so it's going to look kind of, hopefully you guys can tell, I kind of put it just like this on here, and I'll kind of just push the center, and then I'll start working like this. Now I have one that has a little bit of a bigger ball, but that's the one obviously I lost before I got started. And it just kind of helps it a little bit more. But basically you're just going around that center. And now hopefully you guys can see how different that looks. So compared to what it looked like before to now. Okay, so, and then we're just gonna kind of layer. So let's go ahead and get this next one done. Like I said, flip it over. And see, that's why I got the other ones done ahead of time, because it's, you know, a little bit more time consuming. That way we didn't make this a super long video. So, and I've got some new vinyl to try out, guys, so I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys while I work on this a little bit. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just circular motions, and I work from the outside and coming towards the inside, just kind of, you know, getting that going here. Arteza, which I have done a review on them a while back of their little pins. Well, they also have vinyl. So they had reached out to me the other day, wanted to send me some to test out. And at first, like, I was kind of hesitant because I kind of already have a vinyl. Like, I'm really obsessed with Caesar, so I was like trying it out. But I figured next week we're going to try that. So maybe on Monday we're going to test it live, and we'll test it together and see what we think. I'll show you a sneak peek of it here in just a little bit so you guys can see what comes in the package. It's on Amazon, and you get like a 14 count. I think it's $24.99, but they have like sales all the time. So once you get this one going, you can see that it kind of overlaps those like that. And at first I was kind of gluing it, but not anymore. I'm just leaving it alone, and it'll go on top just like that. So you can see those start to come together. All right, so let's keep going forward. So I have a few other things coming up. I've got some shirts I'm going to show you, because I've got to make 7 shirts for my daughter's flag line. She's in the flag line. She wanted to make all her girls a shirt. So we're going to be doing that, and that's going to be, let me see if I have it close next to me so I can show y'all really quick. Nope, it's in my office. I'll show you in just a little bit. It's those baseball tees that you can get from Michael's. So we're going to be doing those, so that'll be different. And then I'm going to do them back to back to back to show you how long it would take to get them all done. I think that'd be a neat thing to show. 7 shirts, exact same thing. Kind of like I did with those cop shirts way back there. So, and like I said, it'll be on those baseball tees. So I'm just continuing to do the exact same thing. You're flipping it upside down, rolling in the circle, getting that going. And then once you get that just like this, you flip it over. And I'm kind of all over the place. And then you just take that ball and get that center really going, getting that picked up. And now you can really see as well, once again, this kind of really starting to pick up and take shape. All right, so we only got 4 more pieces to go. So let me go ahead and switch over to my comments, and I'll try to read my comments while I'm doing this. See if there's any questions. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, yes, okay, so yes, the wood. So yes, the wood was 3/4 of an inch. You are so welcome. Hi from North Georgia. Thank you so much, Laura. And this reminds me of working with fondant flowers similar to, oh wow, okay, cool. Yeah, I've never made anything with fondant before. I don't know if I could. And you know, whenever that cake machine, I don't even know if, I kind of wonder if Cricut's going to do something else, but I really thought that was something cool. I thought that was a game changer for the baking community. But I also seen back whenever, because like I said, I was following Cricut when they first came to Cricut. I remember a lot of people ended up using their regular Cricut machine as well. Like they just ended up using it and it worked out. That was pretty cool as well. So you can see what I did there. And like I said, it's starting to really take its shape, so you can see that there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And we've only got 3 more pieces. Now, whenever we get to this one, so as you're starting to get little, it's really easy because you're just going to be able to go down with a ball like this. So straight down that petal just like that. So they just kind of get a little bit easier as you go along. So the smaller the petals, the easier it gets. You're just basically rubbing up and down that piece. Just like that. All right. Okay. So then you get like some little cup looking thing like this, and then I just once again get it flipped over there and really work out that center. Just like that. So that's how that one works. So once again, get that there. And then now when it comes to these last 2, I don't even flip them over. I just go right in the center, get that ball right in the center, and just start rubbing it around and around like this. And that one's ready to go. So you don't even have to flip it over. And then same thing with this one. I just go in the center of it and get it just like that. All right. So I'm going to move that out of our way. I'll move this mat back in, and now I'm going to get my hot glue gun. All right, and now this hot glue gun, I got it at Michael's years ago, and I believe it was like $20-something, say $29, something like that. And I feel like my camera's shaking. Okay, so it was like $29, but I used like a 60% off because you know they have 60% all the time. And it comes with like 3 different nozzles and stuff, and it works really well. I've had it since like 2012. I've had it a long time. Now my glue sticks, I get questions all the time because my glue sticks are so super long. I get these from Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and they're like $1.25, $1.50, super affordable, and you don't ever have to like really keep reloading. It lasts forever. Okay, so what I do at this point is I'm just going to, I get my base, so this is my biggest one. Then like I said, the one with the hole, it's overlapped just a little bit. I don't even glue that, I leave it. I go ahead and get a little bit of glue on it, just like this, and then I pop it down, trying to get these to, you know, kind of in opposite directions, if you will. Just like that, so that way it's not just overlapping all the way. And then, let me make sure you guys can see this really well. All right. So then we're going to come into our next biggest piece, which is this one. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, same thing. And I'm just pushing in the center. You could always use the little ball on this to push because you don't want to smash these down. You want to keep that fluff up. So you just want to use something to kind of push down in the middle. So just like that. All right, then I'll move on to the next one here. Add a little bit of glue. And like I said, you want to try to kind of get these going in opposite directions that you like. The last one, use your little circle here and push that down. And then just keep going. So we're going to get this one down right there. And then we only got 2 more to go. Now when it gets to the little ones, they're kind of crazy, which you could use your tweezers for this. So let me do that with the tweezers here, like really quick. So I'm going to grab it with these tweezers because this comes in the set. You could also use your little Cricut tweezers. So I'm going to grab it, that way I can get it down in that center piece like that. And then once again, come in with that circle and push that in there. Then tweezers and a little bit of glue. All right, let's see. Where did you get the Cricut? The Cricut mat is on Cricut.com. So if you go, I believe it's in, we'll go look at it in just a minute. Give me just a second, we'll go over to Cricut website and we'll look it up. They're like $4 or $5. They're not very expensive as far as I remember. I've had it when they first came out, and they're like a 12 by 12 little sheet here, but they're great for this stuff. So then my next step, you can either leave it like this, or I'll come in like say the second petals here, and I'll just kind of bend them in the very middle here. That's what I did to some of these, just to kind of give it a little bit of interest like that. Just right in the middle. And get this one. And then also, like if it's kind of going down, I'll kind of push them around like this, kind of fluff them up. All right, so let's go ahead and move the Cricut mat out of the way. And then let's move this hot glue gun here. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom back out here. Oop, not in, out. We'll zoom in like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring in this wood, and then we'll go over to Cricut.com and I'll show you where that's at. All right, so sometimes it's just easier to show than tell. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back down where y'all can see it. So something about like that. That way we can glue those on. And then I'll put this little guy up here so we can figure out where we want these. All right, so let me go ahead and get my internet here with Cricut. And I'll switch y'all over. Okay, so when you come to Cricut.com, this is what it looks like. You're gonna come over here to shop. And then I believe it's in like, I think it's, let's see, essentials. Let's see, I think it may be essentials. It may be, I kind of feel like it's somewhere where the vinyl's at. So give me a second, let's see. Vinyl. I'm gonna come to vinyl just for a second so we can test that out. All right, and let me scroll down. Let me come to page 5, all the way at the end. Nope, it's not there. Let's come to essentials really quick. Let's go to accessories. All right, accessories. I don't think it's, like I said, it's a little tricky. Let's try Teflon and see if it comes up. No. Okay, so let's go back to, let's try iron on, because I know it's down one of these little rows here. Like I said, it's kind of in a weird spot. They need to adjust it. All right, let's go down, and it was like, I know it was like at the very end. Let's see, 7. Right here, iron on protective sheet. So that is what it's called. So when you come to the vinyl here, this is in the iron on section. So if you come up, you go to cutting materials. Let me exit out of that. If you come to cutting materials, you're going to go to iron on. And then from iron on, right now currently it is on page 7. But you'll see it looks just like a normal roll, except for this is what it looks like. I wonder if it won't let me zoom that in so y'all can see. So it's got like this little white paper on it that says Cricut, and like I said, it's called iron on protective sheet. So that is where that's at. So hopefully that helps you out. So let me go ahead and switch this down, because I'm telling you, I do love it. I was using it for separating. Hold on, I'm trying to come back over here. Okay, let's see, and let's see. And what is the tool name again that you are using with the ball? This is Mcgill. And they are, I have it linked in the description down below. Let me look real quick. It is called, it may not look, okay, Mcgill Paper Blossom Toolkit. That's what this is called here. And I kept the papers because I wanted to make sure you guys could see that. But once again, oh, here they are. Let me show y'all what they look like. All right, let me switch y'all. Okay, here we go. So you don't have to buy them both, because this is $5.99, but you could literally just use a piece of craft foam, and let's see, because this is probably about a 1/4 inch thick is what it is, and you could get that at, you know, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Mcgill's, or wherever, but it's only like an inch, like a 1/4 inch thick. Okay, so you just need foam, which you could get out of some packaging, things like that. And then whenever you get the paper blossom kit with the tools here, and like I said, it comes with 4 pieces, but I then lost them. So it should have one more like this, and the ball is bigger than this, and then it comes with these tweezers. So it comes with this little thing that holds it, which I'll probably never use, and just keep these separate. And then this is what the packaging looks like, and then this is what the back looks like. So just like this. Hopefully you guys can see that. And it is Mcgill. All right, and then this is what the packaging for their little mat here looks like, and it is called Paper Blossom Craft Molding Mat, and it's by Mcgill, Mcgill. Okay, thank you so much. When making roses, do you flip the roses around and use the bone folder to do this? Yes, I'm going to be doing roses very soon, and I will show you that, because basically it's like, let's see if I can show you, hopefully maybe on a little piece of, so basically say I was doing a rose, so say this was my petal. Let me try to, where's my scissors? Here they are. All right, say that this was my rose petal. I'm gonna try to get just something temporary here. Okay, it's nothing, but we're pretending. Okay, say this was my rose petal here. This is the back side. I would go around and get my pieces like this. So just like that, I would go around the piece here and then rub that in on the back side. And then what I would do is I would take my paper tool here and kind of get that middle piece going like that. if that makes sense. And like I said, I'll be doing that soon. So that's kind of in the middle there and kind of have these going out. You could also just roll the end pieces here, if that makes sense. But here pretty soon I'm going to be doing something on that, kind of similar. But thank you so much. I want to say Kashana. I'm just going to say Garcia. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. I think this reminds me of working. Okay, so I've got everybody caught up really quick. So let's switch. Okay, so we're ready to go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where these go so we can glue them down. And like I said, I may come back myself and add some more flowers, but I basically wanted to show you guys. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. So I could always do like one big one and one little one in each one. Something like this. And then maybe have it like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Isn't that cute? But like I said, I wished I would have had this up a little bit and then put home down at the bottom. I think it'd been cute. I may still do that or do Thomas up here at the top. And then I'll show you and tell you. Let me do that before I put my flowers on. Well, I don't know. I already had these where I wanted them. I may forget. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing here. I think I kind of had it like this. That's what we're going to roll with. All right, so let's get these glued down really quick, and I'll kind of talk about what I'm going to do on the back side. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of making sure they're kind of on, setting down where you can't really see the open side of the base is what I'm going to do. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with, so like this one setting on top of this one, so I'm going to get this one down first. I'm going to zoom y'all in a little bit so y'all can see. And like I said, you can get Lowe's to cut this down for you. You can use, like somebody had said, a cutting board, anything. You could even do, I almost did this on like a piece of cardboard and painted it. That would have been cute too. Okay, little pieces of tin metal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one out of my way, and this one's going to go down first. I'm going to get a little bit of glue on the back side of this. So I'm going to get me some glue going here, and I'm going to try to get that down just like that. So I'm just getting it down just like that. And what you can do so you're not having to smash on your flowers, once again, you can take your little tool and push right in the center. And I need to restick that piece. Okay. So I just used my tool to kind of help push that down. That way you're not smashing those down. All right, so the next piece is going to go kind of like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get that glue going just like that. And once again, I'm going to use my tool to kind of push that center. So hopefully you guys can see this. All right, just like that. Okay, so those are ready to go. And you may want to hold them as long as you think you need to so they don't pop back up. So same thing, I'm going to start with this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of glue. I'm just kind of lifting it so I can keep it in place to where I need it to be. I'm going to use that tool here and push down right in the center. So it's a pretty easy project, and I think this would make a great Christmas gift, Mother's Day gift, just anything, home decor. I think it's super cute. It's to be super affordable because I bet it wouldn't cost but a couple dollars. You could even go get the tiles. I've showed that in videos before. To go get like the planks of the tiles from Lowe's, they're like $1 or something. You could put this on a tile and then just kind of have it setting. So once again, I'm going to get that glue on the back side of this and figure out where I want to stick it, something right there, and get that pushed down. But you could, like I said, so it costs $1 something from Lowe's. Say that you have, you know, about $1 in your vinyl. So you've got like $2, $3, and then your paper, it's only going to take like 3 sheets of paper. So say you only have like $3 in this project. And it's going to be super cute. And I'm getting glue everywhere. Okay, so we've got that one. And now the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and get this one down first. And I guess I dropped a little bit of glue on this one. Okay. So I'm going to get this glue on this one, and I'm going to get this one down here and get this tool right in the middle, and then this is going to be able to go just like that. All right. All right, let's get the next one. Just like this. And like I said, so you can see that you can't see the inside. You know, it just looks like they're coming right out of the top of these vases here. But I just thought these were super cute. And you don't even have to use all 3. You could use one if you're going to do like a little small board. You could just do one of these. And like I said, I almost did this in white too. I think those would have been cute white, or if you did like white, black, white, something like that, or just different colors, they would be cute. So now those are stuck on there. So like I said, I'm probably going to come back maybe at the top, maybe even like put something family, or, you know, Thomas established. I think I may do that. I may do Thomas and then established down here. That'll be really cute. But this is my plan. So whenever I get to the back side, let me kind of flip it over, which is a hot mess. So it's kind of stained in 2 different colors, but it's fine. So what I'll do is I'll probably get a rope going. So I'll kind of get a little piece of rope going around it and hang it up, which I'll just kind of either hot glue really good down, or I would take like a smaller short screw and screw, I don't know if you guys can see me, smaller short screw and screw those in. Or you could simply just take a Coke tab off of your soda and put those down on here and use those as hooks. Or even, you know, now you can even buy those little pieces that come from, they're like what, 3M or something, you know what I'm talking about, where you kind of have that sticky adhesive and you can stick it on your wall and you can pull it later and it'll come off. You could even just hang it up with that and it'd be super cute. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that before we end this? And I'll try to take a picture later and maybe put it on Instagram or Facebook whenever I do the family establish, so y'all can see it. And it should just be plain font is what I should be doing. But I thank you guys for being here today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you guys find this helpful, and I hope you guys recreate it yourself, because this was a fun project and I really like hanging out with you guys. It's a lot of fun. So like I said, I'll get better as I go along. I done lost a tool today and had pieces here and there. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let me double check down here. And let me see. I'll have to. Okay, I was going to switch it back to myself, but I don't think it's going to let me. But anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it right here. Like I said, I don't think I have any more. Thank you so much. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed this or you found it helpful, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next live is next Tuesday, so I'll see you guys there.